Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Sunday sermon part 5 I think now. We're getting into a real good rhythm of this. I suppose on today's episode there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. Nothing really major going on with me. Had another full week at work. Rovers yesterday. We'll get that vlog out maybe Tuesday, Wednesday this week, probably Wednesday again. Sunday, Wednesday seems to be going okay. Got a little trip to the cinema again this afternoon. A Freaky Friday, or Freakier Friday. It wasn't my choice, but we shall enjoy it nonetheless. And that really leads me on nicely to what I kind of wanted to talk about today in regards to parenting. So, for those of you that aren't aware, I've got 3 kids, 2 with my previous partner, 1 with my current partner, Liv. Got 1 that's 8 next month, 19 next month, and 13. Any of you that may have seen across my channel, obviously Jameson, go to Rovers with Darcy, and Betsy. So I think I kind of just wanted to talk about how my condition has affected them and parenting on a whole, really. It's it's not a situation I ever thought I'd see myself in when I was a lot younger. 3 kids to 2 different women. It's not how I planned it. But I absolutely adore the ground that they walk on. And I said to Liv last night, and it's what really has led me on to today, that having kids is literally like spinning plates. So I feel like you get, like in our case, you've got 3 plates and you are constantly spinning them. And one might stop and then you go over to that one, but then that one might stop, and it is literally constant. Now, I haven't had just one child for a long time, but even when you've got one, you're just constantly spinning it, making sure it doesn't stop, it doesn't wobble. And now, even though Jameson's like 19 next month and he's an adult, and in the eyes of the law, he's an adult, but he will always be my son. It will always be the first. And your parenting doesn't just stop as soon as their 18th birthday comes. You don't just go, right, that's it. Your worries, your feelings, it is constant, and it is exactly the same when they are 18 as when they are 7. It's just different obstacles that are in the way. And it's literally trying to get through to them. I have made a lot of mistakes throughout my life, done a lot of things that I regret, but now I see myself at 37 as being in the best place I've ever been, barring going blind. Me and Liv only said at the start of this year, like, last year was incredible for us as a couple, as a family, and we were excited to see what this year would bring. Now, it has had its high moments, but it's also had its low moments for us. And that is literally life. It just goes in waves, I feel. Sometimes you're at the top and sometimes you're at the bottom, and it's how you manage that. It's how you manage it as a couple. It's how you manage it being a parent. And as parents, we can only pass on what we've learned. So I got told as a child, do as I say, not as I do, and I feel like it is myself repeating that now, that I don't want my kids to make the same mistakes that I made and do the stupid things that I did. But kids will do that. They will bring you up here and they will bring you back down here, and again, it's just like going like that, but instead you're like this, like constantly up and down, and it's hard. Yeah, so it is hard, and it's just how you manage it, really, because you're not responsible for just your life. It's those little lives that you're responsible for as well, and unfortunately not given a book when kids are born to say, right, follow this guide, this is how to parent. It doesn't work like that, and it just throws so many challenges your way. So I guess I wanted to say to any parents out there, you're doing a great job. If you're keeping them alive, you're doing a good job. It's challenging, it's tough, but you'll get through it. And yeah, it's now with obviously my condition and going blind, I'm relying on my kids a lot more than I would like to, really. I am the parent, I am their safe space, and I am the one that should be able to give them the world, and I will always strive to be able to do that. But now it's kind of flipped, and they've got to help me, and it's heartbreaking, to be honest. But they're happy to do it, and they will constantly help because that's who we've brought them up to be. But yeah, having to lean on them, but having to lean on anyone is tough, but especially when it comes to your own kids. I'm 37. I had Jameson when I was 18. I was a really young parent, and that's always been quite fun. Like I said earlier, it's not what I'd planned, but it has always been really fun. And now I feel old. I feel like a really old parent who has to ask for help and get his kids to do things for him. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm still healthy-ish. And I guess to any parents, treasure the moments that you have. Like I mentioned the other week, it's really hard not seeing the faces and missing out on things, but still being present, still showing up. Absolutely, without question. I will always be there. And I will always be there for them. Should they need a helping hand or a leg up or an arm around the shoulder or a good old fashioned bollocking, I will absolutely deliver any of those things to all three of them. and they have all had them throughout their lives, and I will probably continue to do it until I am old and grey, and they are getting old and grey, because that's how I see myself. So yeah, that's my Sunday sermon done. Hopefully I have reached out to some here, and yeah, it's been a good one this week. It's sometimes I may have put myself under too much pressure by being like, right, I'm going to record every single Sunday, and then thinking, shit, what am I going to talk about? But then something will come. So yeah, this week's Sunday sermon, parenting. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the other socials. I'll try and put a thing here. Don't hold out hope, just to remind you all. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one.